Hello and welcome to KJ's Kitchen. I am KJ. I am 14 years a master level fitness trainer, a fitness nutrition specialist, and most important to me, I'm a happy mom serving up healthy meals from my kitchen to yours every Wednesday here on Facebook on the Get KJ Fit fan page. You can also go over to Instagram, check me out over there at Get KJ Fit. So I am so excited to bring this segment to you today. I know a lot of us, I think the entire world is in lockdown. I'm not sure which countries or cities haven't enforced that yet, but please lock down yourselves. This is a very unknown time and a very dangerous time to be out and about. So I am bringing you one of my, what I call pantry staples. And I do suggest you jump on and get some of these yourself. They can be delivered to your door. I know when we're here working from the pantry, we're from the freezer, from the canned goods, we can kind of run out of ideas. We might be in this for the long haul, guys, like much more than a month. So you might also start getting too used to the recipes that you have been making or will be making, and repetition is not going to bring variety and fun to all of this that we're experiencing. So I want to introduce to you one of my dearest friends here in Asheville. So her name is Karin Paley, and she has a company called Karin's Spice Kitchen. So what I say is these spice packets, number one, very space efficient. You've got a whole meal right here. Is that space efficient or what? So you can only have so many jars and canned goods in your cupboards. So I just hooked you up. Efficiency, affordability. You've got an amazing meal for about $4.50. I know, I think that's the price, Karin. I should have checked your website before I went live and said that, but you're gonna get her website link. Now, these meals, I like to tell people, make everyday cooking easy and exotic. You feel like you're eating at a restaurant, and you're the one who did it. It's so easy to follow. I've got a handful of them right now. So I'm showing you, I am such a fan. These are only a couple of what she offers. She has like 14 or 16 different spice packet blends. A lot of them are so exotic. Things like chicken satay. Butter chicken, that is an all-time favorite over here. And lamb korma, American brew stew. All of these are phenomenal, and there are so many more on her website. Today, I'm gonna highlight one in particular, Hungarian paprika chicken or fish. We're going for chicken here in the KJ Kitchen because this is so simple. I'm gonna show you how you can turn thighs, if you prefer breasts, into an amazing, I mean, the entire family will love. And the ease of it, what I love about these packets, everything's done for you. First, on the back, it's gonna show you what you would need. So if you pick this up in a grocery store or you just needed to know, boom, take a snapshot on your phone, get it. I know you have most of these things already in your pantry. That's the exciting thing. So once you open it, I go ahead and just take my fingernail. I chopped my fingernails off yesterday to play guitar with the kids. So you're gonna open the packet. It really is not this hard when I have fingernails. And then once you get her open, the beautiful thing is inside, not only is the spice packet, but everything you need to know. We've got the entire recipe right here at our fingertips. And on the back side, I love this, suggested side dishes. So you're gonna keep this handy for future meals because these salads on here are phenomenal. Now, Karin is from South Africa. She lives here in Asheville, very dear friend of mine. So in a time like this, it is important to also support small business. So that is your offer. Today we're doing a giveaway. I cannot be more excited. So I'm gonna tell you how you can win 2 spice packets delivered right to your door, and I'm gonna tell you how you can get in that entry right after we're done cooking. Okay, to start, let's get yourself a Pyrex or some form of small bowl, and we're going to start with olive oil. Now you could do this recipe and bake it like I'm going to be doing, or you actually could put it on the grill. How cool, if you have great weather going on and getting outside is so refreshing at times like this, you could be putting it on the grill. If you're going to be on the grill, you're going to do a 1/4 cup of olive oil, virgin organic, unrefined if you got it. Okay, so 1/4 if you're going on the grill, and if you're gonna be baking it in the oven, you're gonna go for a 1/3 cup. 1/3 cup olive oil, here we go. Now this is the easiest recipe ever. I'm gonna show you a KJ twist at the end. You know, I always like to bring in a little bit of KJ infusion into all my meals. So we've got the olive oil. Now we're gonna go for 4 tablespoons of lemon. If you have lemons at home, if you don't, and you have that big bottle of lemon juice, I mean, I swear I grew up with that in my fridge at all times. My mom always had a big bottle of lemon juice. Then you can use that too. It's 4 tablespoons. I like to roll my lemons to make sure they get extra juicy and the juice comes out nice and easy. I learned this from a girlfriend, Maria Simone. Thanks, girl. If you're watching, I miss you, and you're so good at lemon squeezing. Maria's been in my kitchen a couple times, so she knows what I'm talking about. I put that girl to work. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start with 1 lemon, because if your lemon's extra juicy, you might get 4 full tablespoons out of that 1 lemon. And if not, I've got a backup here. Okay, got my little lemon squeezer. I am measuring for the sake of following a recipe. If Karin designed this to taste exactly like Hungarian paprika chicken, I want to follow the rules. Okay, here we go. Lots of juice out of this guy. There's 1. Oh yeah. Okay, next half. Here we go. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get 4 full tablespoons out of this exact lemon. Good thing I have backup. There's 2 full tablespoons. Don't get skimpy on the lemon, all right? So that's like 2 3/4. What I like to do, little trick, especially while we're being efficient with our food, we don't wanna waste. I double up the lemon rind and give her an extra squeeze, and you get a little bit more out. I probably just topped off that 1/3 tablespoon right there. And I was working with lemons earlier anyway, and I'm gonna put in this other half, and I'm squeezing in 1 last tablespoon. So that was actually, in my world, 1½ lemons. If you don't feel like measuring, I just did it for you. But I feel like all lemons are not created equal. They squeeze differently. Okay, so we're gonna be stirring this up once we add in the levels of delicious. Do you have garlic at home? Again, if you don't have like the actual garlic cloves because you didn't stock your pantry with that, you might have gotten the jarred garlic that's already pre-minced. You're just gonna use the equivalent of 6 garlic cloves. If you've subscribed to KJ's Kitchen, you know that the garlic clove I love to do is chop off both ends. Yes, take the flat end of the knife, press down. Not only does that just peel it for me, ding ding, no peelings, but the crushing of the garlic, the actual like pressing it out with your knife and making it spread and crush a little, actually is bringing out the healing benefits of the garlic. So always a little tip. We got 6 of these. Okay, here we go. So how y'all holding up out there? I would love to hear from you. Are you finding now that you're forced to cook at home that you are being adventurous? Are there any new meals you're trying? Are you checking your inbox and searching the words KJ's Kitchen and getting a lot of fun ideas for meals and snacks, healthy and mindful? Or are you sticking to the old routines, might be getting a little bored? I really feel like this segment and these spice packets would change your life. If you do feel like things are getting a little mundane already, we're only in week 2 of our lockdown. My family, week 3, we locked ourselves down about 5 days before the government ever asked us to stop making parties of 50 or more. We were already in isolation ourselves because we watch world news and we know it's a very crazy ghost of a virus. So I hope everyone at home is safe and doing everything you can. I've got my 6 here. Now I'm just gonna, I don't use a garlic press. You surely can. I feel like that's an extra step for time that I don't need to take typically. So I just thin slice it one direction. Once I feel like I can't get any more slices out of there, I brush it off and take it the opposite direction. Doesn't take too long. I feel like it's a little quicker than putting each of those garlic cloves through the mince, the little garlic press to mince it. And this knife's nice and sharp anyway. It's doing the work. Okay, gorgeous and gorgeous. Okay, was that easy? The recipe's almost done. I love Karen's easy, delicious packets. Now, the Hungarian chicken that we're making right now, the lemon chicken, I am newly exposed to one of my very favorite recipes. And when you get to her website, you gotta look for it. I really suggest you getting it bobuti. And you could do ground beef, a mix of ground beef and ground pork, a mix of ground beef and ground turkey. You could do ground lamb. It is a South African curried meatloaf, and it is our family's all-time favorite. That's why you don't see the packet here, because the second we get our delivery, that's the thing we cook first. Okay, so I've got this all done. Was that easy enough? 1/3 cup of olive oil, 4 tablespoons of lemon, 6 cloves of garlic minced. And now here comes the wham bam. The easiest part ever is she did it for you. There's no measuring, there's no going and buying 6 and 7 different seasonings. You have the seasoned packs available right here. So the big guy is always the base of the meal. And a lot of her meals I love because you're doing the garlic and onion on the pan, adding this, adding in your meat, and adding in whatever like broth or tomato sauce or coconut milk or something, whatever it's calling for. And letting it all saute and simmer, and then it's done for you. In 45 minutes you have a meal. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, I love every single one of her spice packets. Comes with an optional heat pack. What does this mean? If you need to add a little bit of spice, this is chili powder. And our family, we do like a little heat. And I don't always add in the whole packet, but I do find Frederick and I, especially these days, have been enjoying more heat. I'm gonna today add in the entire packet. If you want medium heat, you add in half. Easy enough, right? Okay, so I don't have a little whisk right here nearby. I'm gonna have to grab one. This is a big whisk. It'll do the work. I'm just gonna whisk this together. Oh, look how beautiful it is. All that paprika really shining through. Yep, that does the trick. And it smells so flavorful. Like, I love the flavor profiles. There are things you're not used to. Whoop, pardon me as I drop that into the sink. I've never really done anything Hungarian. What I love is that Karen also gives awesome suggestions. If you follow her website or you follow her on Facebook, which you will want to, this packet, yes, we can do it with fish or chicken, as you're gonna see today. You could also use this spice packet itself to make a Hungarian goulash. So it's very varietal. You're not gonna only buy one of these, you're gonna buy a couple so that you can make a variety of dishes out of one spice packet. Okay, here we go. This is the deal. I've got myself chicken thighs. That's my family's favorite way to eat chicken. When people come over and eat chicken with us, they're like, this chicken's so moist and delicious. How did you do it? I was like, well, they're thighs. What do you eat? And they're like, breasts. It's like, that's why you don't know good chicken. Chicken thighs is where the flavor is, it's where the moisture is, it's where the fat is, the darker meat, much more flavorful and moist. So we do thighs. While we've been in lockdown, when I was prepping my pantry, I bought frozen chicken. If you follow me, you know I prefer frozen anyway. This 3-pound bag came from Walmart. Now, it is not a cage-free, free roaming. I would love to have local farmers just offering up their chicken at a time like this, but I gotta get to the store. But it is no antibiotics, no hormones. We do the best we can. It's called Al Natural, and it's 3 pounds. This one's boneless and skinless. They also sell the same bags as 4-pound bags of bone-in, skin-on, if you prefer it that way. We went boneless, skinless today. I defrosted it in the sink of cold water. You could also defrost it in the fridge for a day and let it defrost on its own. The thing about these frozen chicken bags, just FYI, they're individually frozen so that they don't stick together, and they can go straight to the pan. So if you are in a hurry and you just need chicken on a pan, you can open up the freezer, open up the bag, grab 4 of them, throw them on the pan and start cooking. You don't have to defrost them. How incredible. And let me give you one more tip that you may not know, and let me help you out in your kitchen to make things easy. That's the KJ way, is you do not need to wash your chicken. Now, if you cut its head off and did your thing out in the yard and you brought in your home fresh chicken, I think you should wash it before you cut it and serve it, right? But people always think they need to wash chicken. You're gonna be cooking this chicken to its max. You never eat raw chicken. So you are safe to know the bacteria is going to cook away. And what happens when you wash a chicken is the bacteria gets all around your sink. So unless you're using silver or some form of really hugely anti-bac all the time, you've now put the chicken bacteria all around your sink. You can wipe it down with dish soap, not sure how much anti-bac's in there. You're better off just cooking your chicken. Okay, let me grab my little pinchers. Where do they go? Because I don't want to touch the chicken because I'm not going to run to the sink right now. So I'm going to use my little clippers here. Now, this is a marinade. You can go ahead and dress the chicken. It's marinade. What I like to do is give it a few rounds here, and then I'm just going to give it a toss, a flip and a flop, a flip and a flop, to get it nice and coated. And I'm going to turn each one of them over once, right? So that the bottom gets coated. Yes. Beautiful. Now, I will tell you, I do let this marinate, but you can, and this is a very big can, and it's still going to be an amazing dinner for you, put this directly in the oven and be ready to cook it. And it's dinner in 45 minutes, okay? So that's a big can. If you don't have the time to let it sit an hour or anything up to 12 hours, you could do this overnight. Do it the night before, you know you got dinner tomorrow. Do it in the morning, you know you got dinner tonight. There, I coated, I turned everybody around so that they've got a nice coating at the bottom. Then I'm just gonna take the excess that I left in here and get it on top. I like marinating. I think that if I have the option, the longer it marinates, the more flavor is gonna come forward. Kind of like when you cook a meal and then the next day after the flavors all got to sit around a bit, the food even tastes better. So if food gets to sit with flavor, it's always my preference. I'm just gonna spread it out into the corners over there. And we've got this to go. All right, so that is your option. Pop this in the oven at 425, as is, ready to roll, ready to cook. It's gorgeous. 3 pounds of meat. This is gonna feed your family. Maybe if it's a small family, it's gonna feed you twice. It feeds our family twice. Okay, I'm gonna be putting that one in the fridge and marinating, because the beauty of TV or live is that I can show you the finished product, but I'm gonna show you the KJ twist, okay? In the recipes, it would suggest that you serve this over quinoa, couscous, or rice, maybe basmati or jasmine. Now, I'm gonna show you the KJ facelift to just throwing this over rice. And I do suggest if you have the fresh vegetables, go for one of the salads on the back. Cucumber, I think, is such a really good, like complement to lemon. So there's an awesome cucumber Israeli salad on here that is delicious. Don't have all the ingredients, you could use dry herbs, or you could even just leave out the herbs and get some form of cucumber salad on the side. But let's talk about how we're gonna give a facelift to your rice. We're gonna start by heating up a little pan, and this is 10-minute rice, okay? So stay with me. We're gonna heat up a saucepan, one that you can put a lid on, and I'm going to start by getting olive oil in my pan. Where did I put my olive oil? And you know, I'd say around a tablespoon or so. I'm just gonna get a little coating on the bottom because we're gonna saute up some onion. Grab a he's a small guy, a small onion. Here we go. And while that pan is heating up, the onion's getting worked to chop. And I do sweet onion. I really also think that shallot is really delicious in this too. You could do either way. And very small. So it's gonna be around a half cup of chopped onion. I chop mine nice and fine because my kids who are gonna eat this rice not knowing it's loaded with vegetables, I don't want them seeing the onion. So I like that it's sweet onion, it's clear, white, you know, it's gonna blend in with the rice. No one's gonna know it's there. They get picky sometimes, those kids. They just don't know what they don't know, that it's just divine goodness to eat onion and garlic. so they never know they're eating it. Okay, nice and thin. That one looks a little thick. All right, I go one direction. I hope I don't cry with you today. You know, holding the match in your mouth really does work. I've tried that plenty of times when there's a lot of onions to cut, like say for Thanksgiving dinner and you feel like you're cutting onions for every dish. It really, really does work. You do not light the match. You put the match right into your mouth. Here we go. Okay. Onion is small, fine, and chopped. About a half cup. I'm going to scoop it with my hand. Hope I don't miss too much to the floor. And get that going over a medium-high heat. Okay, beautiful. Boop, 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 boop. And go. There you go. Onions are starting to get brown and translucent. And while they are getting brown and translucent, it's going to take about 2 minutes. You're going to cut one more clove of garlic. Could have done that before, but I didn't want to mix up my garlic. So one more clove, one little squash, and we're gonna go ahead and finely chop him up. Finally! No, finally. Oh, my jokes are no good. Anyway, you can find a lot of humor while we sit around, right? You guys got any good jokes for me? I'd love to hear some. Yeah, seriously. You're watching funny little clips on TV and YouTube and Facebook and not just getting swamped with the fear and the anxiety around you. I really hope you're taking time to have fun. Okay, one clove garlic going in. Beautiful. Boop, boop. All right, I'm gonna give that a little stir around. Let's see what I have over here for, get that going. I can tell the heat's getting warm. The onions are starting to get a little see-through over here. Okay. Salt. I do. Do you? I salt things. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear this space so I can get my onion and garlic off here. Hang tight. Coming back. Don't leave me yet. You want to get in on the giveaway. We're giving away 2 spice packets of your choice from Karen's Spice Kitchen. So don't go away. I'm going to tell you how to win. I can tell you right now, if you share this to your wall, you're already one step closer. So go ahead and share this video so that other people have a chance to win if you're so gracious. But there's 2 steps to this. So I'm going to leave you hanging until the end of this so that you have to stick around. Ooh, I can smell it. Okay. All my cooks out there, people who are in the kitchen all the time, isn't it the funniest thing? You get the onions and the garlic on the pan, it starts to saute, and someone walks in and goes, "Oh, it smells so good in here." And you're like, "Yeah, I'm roasting onions on the pan." I mean, that's really it. And it just brings so much delight into the kitchen. You're smelling the good. Okay, I would tell you it's about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. This is just to bring forward the flavors because I am adding vegetables into this rice. So, 1/4 teaspoon. Stir her around. Smells good. All right, it's getting nice and hot. Now here's what we're doing. I'm not saying do 100% cauliflower rice because if you have kids who need to eat this, they're gonna know. So we're gonna cut the rice. We're doing 1 part rice, 2 parts cauliflower rice. So you're gonna get the texture of the rice. It's gonna look like rice, but you're mysteriously sneaking in cauliflowered rice. This again, easy pantry meal, easy way to have healthy vegetables infused to most of your meals because rice is easy to have on the side or under dishes. And if you're cutting the carb with using a superfood, although cauliflower is white, it is such a superfood, even more than kale. And it comes frozen. And what I do when I get them home, I smash them and lay them flat and stack them up like a book. I can have like 8 or 10 right there in the freezer. I'm doing 2 cups of cauliflowered rice. And this is frozen, it's still frozen, right from the freezer. If you have never used cauliflowered rice from frozen, I will tell you, you want to get it in the pan with no water. So unlike a frozen vegetable that you might put a little water in the bottom, the goal is to let the frozen water that's in the ice cook off. And then when it's gone, you know the cauliflower rice is done. So I'm stirring it up with that onion and garlic. Oh, it smells so good. Whew, love it. Here we go. Beautiful. And it's already starting to cook down. Our goal, our biggest goal, is that we don't want it to be frozen, because when I add in my chicken stock, I'm gonna want that chicken stock to heat up quickly. So getting it cooked down. There's already not too much liquid coming out of there, which is a bonus. Okay. Now here's the deal. This is not just any old plain rice. This rice is so delicious, you can probably even eat it on your own. But when laid under this here Hungarian paprika chicken, when laid under it, it is divine. It is a very good compliment. And if Karen, if you're watching right now, such a good compliment to the flavor profiles in this. I'm excited to share. So I'm adding some chicken stock, because cauliflower rice is not super flavorful. That's the truth. Where did my little, I need another little measuring tool here. Bringing that down, it smells good. And I'm gonna go for another lemon. And I'm gonna roll it out, get the juice. Juice from one lemon, this is not our particular measurement, so hopefully your juice from one lemon is pretty much the same as mine. It's gonna be around close to 3 to 4 tablespoons. Here we go. So if you are doing lemon from the bottle, the squeeze, whatever the lemon, I guess you buy it out of the bottle, or those little like shaped lemon things. There we go. It's gonna be around 3 to 4. Again, I double up the rinds, get anything I can out of there. Woohoo, easy. Another teaspoon or so. And now, it's not exact science. Yeah, that was close to a 1/4 cup right there, which is 4 tablespoons. So I do say 3/4 cup of chicken stock. Really what you're doing is you're creating 1 cup of liquid. So that's why I put the lemon in first. And then you're gonna top it off with the chicken stock. If you are not into chicken stock, you could do vegetable stock. And that's just gonna create 1 cup of liquid. Going in now that I have made that all hot and toasty in there. Seriously, this is done in 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna let it sit for 5 minutes. It's 10-minute rice. It's not gonna take long for that chicken stock to boil. While it is, I'm going to zest a lemon. Now I could have taken the time to zest before I squeezed, but I really wanted that in there starting to cook, so I'm gonna zest now. I'm gonna grab a little grater. What you got here? Clear my space. And have you ever zested a lemon? It's going to bring so much more flavor to the dish. Now these lemons, when I got them home, I hope you're washing all the food you're bringing from the market, because the virus can live on everything. I use vegetable wash from Trader Joe's. It's across there, so I can't show it to you, but there's vegetable wash everywhere. And I soak it for at least 30 seconds, scrubbing it around. It's got like grapefruit seed oil and everything in it. So these have been washed and dried, and I'm just going to use a fine grater and grate around. And you'll see when you've gotten the lemon zested, you see that little skin mark? Kind of like, hey, skinning your knee. You don't wish to skin your knee, but we're wishing to skin this lemon here, scuffing it up a bit to get tiny, I mean it's so tiny because I'm using such a fine grater, tiny little flecks of lemon rind. There we go. So good. And what you're gonna do with this lemon when you're done, you're gonna go ahead and squeeze it and make some lemonade for you and the kids. We've been doing a lot of that because we really wanna, you know, feel that we're doing our best with vitamin C, keeping our immune systems up. If there are some deficiencies in our diet because we're not going to the store every 3rd day like we used to, then we know we're at least doing what we can with what we've got. So the kids are loving their homemade lemonade. I actually sneak in one of my company's products called Hydrate. It's a lemon lime hydrate. It's got 10 calories and sweetened with stevia. I sneak that in as the sugar and only do a little bit of sugar. The kids never know and they think it's delicious. Okay, so I've got a good amount of lemon zest here. I can show it to you. It's super, super fine. It's like a powder almost, right? This is going to make this rice taste so good. Okay. Yep, she's boiling. Now that this has come to a boil, and please forgive me, I don't know if I'm going to be judged for this or not because we're not a rice family. Typically, we just do legumes, cauliflower rice, vegetables. We don't really do rice much, but when I'm doing rice, I don't have a rice cooker. I don't always want to wait 45 minutes for rice to be done, and that's after you've soaked it for 15 or 20 minutes. So what is that? Like it's like a 45-minute to an hour process. So I've got myself some instant rice, and it is brown rice. So I do know that Karen's recipe called for a basmati or a jasmine as a recommendation. So that's why I'm making this rice flavorful, because I think brown rice is kind of boring. I think cauliflower rice is kind of boring. That's why this recipe is the bomb. And this cooks in 10 minutes. All it is, I was like, what does instant rice mean? Ooh, that sounds like preservatives. All it is pre-cooked, parboiled long grain brown rice. That's the only ingredient. So they just cooked it a little to get it ready for you, and then you cook it the rest. So to me, that seems pretty fine. Rice isn't offering a ton of nutrients anyway. We're cooking it to the bejeebers. So that got a KJ Kitchen approval. And we're gonna go, now that this is boiling, we're gonna go with 1 cup. Where's 1 cup? I don't know, but I got a half cup here. I'm gonna double it up. 1 cup, 1. So do you see that was a 2-for-1 ratio? 2 cups cauliflower rice, 1 cup brown rice in chicken stock and lemon with onion, garlic, and olive oil. This little rice pilaf, this lemon rice pilaf, is delicious. Okay, now the lid goes on. Alexa, set timer, 5 minutes. Rice is done in 5 minutes. Now. Is that the coolest? That rice is done in 5 minutes. If you put that chicken right in the oven, it's already been in there for 20. You can either let this rice sit, or you can just wait, have a glass of wine or make your fresh salad, and then wait to make this about 15 minutes before the chicken's gonna come out of the oven. While that's finishing up, those last 5 minutes, I'm gonna get my fresh parsley going. Now I'm gonna use fresh parsley in this rice pilaf, and I'm also going to use it just to help make the dish beautiful, and as recommended in Karen's recipe here, optionally top with fresh parsley. So I'm gonna chop enough. It's a good sized handful. Let me count the sprigs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Six stems, sprigs, pretty good handful of parsley. When you're washing your herbs, I dip them in cold water and then lay them flat on paper towel to dry. That's my herbaceous way. Here we go. So getting that ready. We're almost done. Now the meal was easy, right? I just talked too much. Sometimes I feel like my kitchen segments, I'm like, this is a 15-minute meal, and it still takes 35 minutes to get through it. Chatter rocks. But I'm glad you're here with me. You feeling good? I wish I could hear you right now, but I can read some text streams if you want to put something in the text stream. I think I am getting a few comments in here. Oh, Jaylee and Jet, those are my cousin's kids. They love to eat their lemons plain. Oh wow, girl. That is, you must have started them young on that. I have experienced that with my kids and watched them pucker their faces, but they surely don't ask for it. We do eat a lot of citrus though. A lot of tangerines and oranges, grapefruit. Kids like grapefruit. Pink grapefruit is really what we buy. It's a little bit sweeter. Okay, just picking off a few of them. You could do stems. There's nothing wrong with eating the stems of your herbs. A couple of them got in here, and there's a couple stems in here. But otherwise, I pick off the leaves as much as I can. All right, that's that. All ready. And you're also gonna prepare, because this is done in another 2 minutes. Yes. 2.5 minutes and we are ready to eat. Okay. When that is done, I could just even tell you and not leave you hanging. You're going to be adding in I want a little for the topping of the chicken. So I'm gonna take out about 2 tablespoons for the chicken there. And I probably got myself an easy 1/4 cup packed tight chopped parsley, okay? And we're gonna do, let me see, a 1/2 teaspoon of dried dill. So when this rice is completely finished, you're gonna add in your lemon zest from 1 lemon, 1/2 teaspoon dried dill weed, and about a 1/4 cup of fresh parsley, and stir that up. It tastes amazing. There you go, beautiful side dish for any day of the week. But under this Hungarian paprika chicken, it is insane. So when you get your chicken done, it's gonna come out. You can see my little rice pilaf and my chicken cooked and ready to eat. I do suggest, because you're gonna have in your dish a lot of the marinade floating around in there, give her a little stir. I do suggest pouring some over, get a little bit of a delicious, and I like to scoop in some of that garlic just on top. And this is so good. Here we go. Popping on the parsley, just enough to be beautiful. Yes. Whoo! Let me try this out for you guys. Bon appetit. Don't go away yet. I'm gonna tell you how you can win your own spice packets right here. Okay, I'm just gonna give her a little taste. Now, this was a marinated chicken. This one, like the one I'm gonna be putting in the fridge, I just made with you. This one I marinated, I wanna say for about 8 hours before it went in. I do not wanna drop this bowl. So let me set this down while I take a bite of this chicken with the rice. Chicken and rice. Here we go. Now, if you're doing this just over jasmine rice or basmati or couscous, whatever you choose to put under it, the chicken itself is divine. It is not overpowering with any, like the profile is not overpowering at all, but it's punched with flavor. Does that make sense? Alexa, stop. That means my rice is done. Take it off the heat. Let it sit for a good 5 minutes before you fluff it and add in all your goodies. Let me tell you, so the flavor is banging. Like, it is a powerful flavor, but not overpowering on any level. You can definitely forefront with the paprika. It's got a warming and robust flavor, and we do add the little heat in our family. You could choose to go without. Now, the lemon pilaf, that's bringing forward a lot of lemon flavor. So again, you might have a different profile than what I just made here. The paprika chicken over lemon pilaf, I think, is beautiful. Add in a little Israeli salad or cucumber salad. Let me share with you how you're gonna win 2 of your choice of Karin Spice Kitchen. Number 1, you're gonna check out her website, karinspicekitchen.com. And you're gonna check out, I don't know, 16 or more different recipe options, different packet options. But if you share this video to your wall, if you go to Karin Spice Kitchen Facebook fan page and hit like, that's 2 steps there. Share this video to your wall. Go to Karin Spice Kitchen fan page on Facebook. I will put the link in the comments. Those 2 steps are gonna get you in. We're gonna have 2 winners. 2 winners who are gonna win 2 packets. That's about $10 there. I don't know if they're about $4.50 or $5.50. I kind of don't remember because I've been shopping from Karin for so long and I just love them. I don't care how much they cost. They're priceless. Okay. There's also an amazing promotion on her website. So if you're not local, number 1, there's no pickup because no one's going out of their home. So there is a promotion. Buy 4 packets, get free shipping. So no cost to your door to get them to you. No pain in getting to the market, but you're gonna have a lot of these and you have the staple items in your pantry already, very likely. It's mostly onion and garlic you have to add to whatever meat or vegetarian source you want. Every single one of her packets could be done with a vegetarian style, depending on what you use, either a legume or a tempeh, seitan, any of these. So that's your deal. We cannot wait to give away 2 of these spice packets. You're going to share this video to your wall. you're going to like Karen's Spice Kitchen fan page here on Facebook, and we'll have 2 winners winning 2 spice packets to your door. Delicious, divine. You will not get any easier of a meal. Exotic flavors with your pantry items. I cannot speak more highly of this. If you are not on my email list, I'm gonna be posting the link. You're gonna click and sign up. You're gonna get this recipe. You're going to get every one of my recipes here on, and some of the ones I try to get them on the back, whatever you say. You're gonna get all the recipes. Weekly recipes to your inbox. That is it. And I look forward to seeing you here again next Wednesday. I know what I'm eating for lunch today. Got myself some delicious Hungarian paprika chicken. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Stay smart. Love you all.